Travis Wayne Goodsell. I can't use the title. If Mormons are silent, they're up to something, because I already used that title. Oh, brain freeze. Brain freeze. Ben and Jerry's. Okay. So, there are multiple reasons why people go silent. For the criminal part of it, I have several different people who are being silent for different reasons. The judge in my federal case against the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, they're being silent for one particular reason, because they don't want to have to go up against the church, and she's been fired, so she's going to be quitting at the end of April anyway, and with the coronavirus, she's not going to be doing much work anyway until then. Then there's the lawyers for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They're being silent because they're desperately trying to figure out a way to shut me down and prevent my lawsuit from going forward, as it's already been approved, and they've now been served. Now they've got to figure out what do they do, because they can't respond. Because if they respond, it's doomsday, but there's a deadline, and they're going to have to respond. So then there's the other reason. They obviously reached out to my residents here to get them to come after me, to threaten me. Intimidate is the legal terminology. I did that video the other day. And so Percy, the one who attacked me, has gone silent after having filed a complaint that was completely a lie. That's why I'm saying it was because of the lawyers coming in and saying, hey, get anything on Travis. We're desperate. Get anything on him. And Percy knew I was recording, but he still tried it anyway. And so he's going to get fired, but he's not going to be coming around much anymore. And so he's gone silent for that reason. He was all paranoid, said he took his daughter out of school and didn't want to come around work anymore because of the coronavirus. So that's a different reason for silence. And then my property manager, of whom Percy filed the complaint with, she instantly accepted whatever he told her. He's a person in a position of trust. Why would he lie? And so I got a lease violation. I was supposed to sign it. Hell no, because it was false. And so I emailed her. I had a recording. I need you to remove that lease violation from my record, which has been spotless in the 5 years I've lived here. And I'm not a troublemaker. You know, the church made me a troublemaker because I was a translator. That's how I become a troublemaker, is I do things that other people aren't capable of doing, and they get upset with me for it. Go figure. And so I emailed her and told her to remove the evacuation, or the eviction, or not the lease violation. And so she's gone silent because I simply put, I had it recorded, and so oops, she's now busted. So she's going to be getting in trouble here soon. And I notified Adult Protective Services. They do an investigation. They don't come to me to ask for more information. I don't understand that. And then they come back months later and say, after a thorough investigation, we find that crime is not a crime and they can continue to commit crimes against you. What's the point of your office then? But I informed them that I had recordings, evidence that my life is being threatened. And I didn't bother to bring up the church as retaliation because I haven't made that connection yet, but it's obvious. And so they're silent for that reason, as I'm expecting them to be doing an investigation during this time, as long as they weren't being shut down from their operation. Because the state of Utah on Friday, right after I file, had cut back on government functioning, only essential functioning. So I hope that emergency services with complaints with Adult Protective Services would still be open. But knowing the state of Utah, if they ever found out it was to expose the church, it would be shut down. Then I also filed a complaint against the property manager's boss. It's a nepotism business, which is common in Utah. And so I informed that person that of what Percy and the property manager had been doing to me, and informed them that I filed complaints with Adult Protective Services and that I had the records to show that it was a complete lie against me. And so I was asking for terminations. So she's gone silent. The past time I filed a complaint with her, she took a week or two or a month to investigate, again without communicating with me, and came up with her conclusion that crimes are not crimes. And so things will go on as normal. Yeah, that's why. And Mormons, I'm not finished with crimes, I realize. Mormons are silent on my channel now that they realize that thumbs down are worthless. They don't have the desired effect for them anymore, thanks to YouTube's change with their beta program, with their original classic going away at the end of March, as their sign keeps telling me. And so they're silent for a different reason than the others. And then I don't hear them commenting anymore. Rarely I'll get a Mormon who will come out, and it's usually for one of my older videos on my other channel, if any Mormons do speak. And then is that it? I think that's it. I guess my local neighbor Mormons, they don't communicate with me anymore. They've gone silent. And so that's a different silence as well. So there we go. There's the title. The Mormon Sounds of Silence. And we'll put, is it Disturbed that does a version of it? I'll have to check. Put it in the description below for you. so you can listen to it as you listen to me talk. So that helps you guys. If you don't like my voice, if you don't like listening to me, you can play the other song in the background while you watch my video. So, the Mormon Sounds of Silence.